Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun to send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. The Bitcoin dipped and we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Tuesday. Oh boy, we have a lot going on. Bitcoin is finally pumping. Oh wait, it was about 5 minutes ago. Literally right before I went live, it's 5 minutes ago. It was what, 94.2 or something like that. Now it's dipping a little bit. Nonetheless, Bitcoin is doing great, so pumping up anyway. Isn't that wild? Isn't that crazy? Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. We have a lot going on. Today we have treasury companies, Tom Lee. He also threw out a Bitcoin price prediction as well. Japan, we have some news there. Venezuela, we have some news as well. There's some speculation going on. We briefly discussed it yesterday where we were saying they do have 600,000 Bitcoin, or do they? We'll find out. Or will we? We'll find out. Now, NFT Paris got canceled. Why is that? We also have some institutional news, including Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs. In addition to that, our national debt has hit an all-time high. That's not a good thing. It's probably a doom light. That's going to be the doom light of the show today. And I probably have to make a new transition for it. I must say, we need a doom light transition. Also, we have our coins to watch. So, if you're ready for the Zest, the news, the education, smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends, more people know what's going on here. And we have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers. What happened to my screen here? There we go. And a subscriber goal of 25,000 subscribers. I know there's a bunch of you guys watching on TikTok, on Rumble, on X, everything else that's not YouTube. Please go to YouTube, join the show over there, and become a member, because then you'll also have access to the Discord after shows on Wednesdays and Fridays. All right, let's get into everything. I want to say good morning to you as you say good morning to me, and check out our two amazing sponsors of the show, including Cake Wallet and Market Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off of Market Cipher. Hello, Cyber. Am I early? No, I'm not early. This is my usual time. We're getting after it, though. We do go live Monday through Friday at 9:45 a.m. Eastern. Also, I released a new educational video yesterday, and I'm going to start calling them, I think, Bitcoin bits. I think that we're locking into that. I feel like we're going to lock in. So you guys could go ahead and like and share. Also, when you see videos like this, give them a bookmark. When you bookmark content, it boosts the algo. A little fun fact I learned recently. Let's say good morning to everyone. We have Cyber, we have Ivory over there on TikTok. Good morning. We have Jesse, Silver Days, Bobby Flesh, Mama Shadow, Sound Backup, Mike Volmer, Peace. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Alexandra G, my G is here. Welcome. We also have David Bulls, Doge Bowl, all the Bulls. We have Alex Kaimana, Aquarian. Nice to see you as always. Thank you to Black Hat. Where's Brian? I don't see a Brian in here. Gary's on multiple platforms. Nash is here. Yukio and Peace are on X with Mike Mazzone. Matt Trottier, nice to see you. Welcome. Scott L. Watson, nice to see you too on YouTube. Kespa Hub is here too. Welcome. Mike J. 5434 says, okay, I'm here. Well, hello. Loco for Crypto, always good to see you. My friend Chipper is here. John Legend has his emojis. Jammy Dodgers, nice to see you. Said good afternoon, go Litecoin, go off. We love that. We love Litecoin. Mike over there on Rumble with all his Rumble emojis. We love that. McCall is here. Ray K is here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Armand Clark, nice to see you. Yes. Ian F said jam bullish friends. Poe is also here. All right, guys, if you are here and you're happy to be here, then let's get after it. Also, if I didn't say good morning to you, then you could yell at me and I'll say good morning to you. Rick, good morning. Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, let's get into the show. Mark, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right, let's get into the show. We are going into our crypto bubbles. Let's get into our market overview here. Wow, we have a sea of green, and we absolutely love to see the green today. Rain is up that about 11%. Swee, whatever we like to call it nowadays. It is up 15.8%. We are doing beautifully in crypto today. Looking at, again, a cleaner chart. I always love to pull this one up. Again, we are perfectly in range. Your bullish is over here at the 200-day SMA, about 106K. Your bearish level to watch here is between 74 and 77. Bitcoin is doing amazing. We just have to get past this resistance here. That's about 94K. Again, we keep tapping 94 and pulling back. Looking over here at a more in-depth chart of our levels to watch. Again, we really want to break through this 94K because if we do and we hold support here, I believe we could tap that 97. And if there is no foul play at 97K, ooh, that kind of rhymes, then we're going to aim for that 106.5. We are. But your bearish scenario, I would honestly tag it over here at this 85K. Something about it. But again, going back to that 74 to 77 is the bigger bearish scenario. Looking over here, you can see that even the volume profile, I don't know if you guys could clearly see it. You should. But this is not high. Like, this is low-key weak. And it goes to show, okay? And I'm not saying this because it's a bearish thing. I'm actually saying it because it might be quite bullish if you think about it. And I know there's been a lot of speculation within the whole trading scene of the volume being so low. But I think that's a good thing because we're at 93, 94K right now. With the volume being this low, imagine if we had a volume spike and a bunch of the bulls came in and decided to flood the gates. We would have some really good price action and it would happen easily. That's why I go to say, if we maintain support at 94K, us breaking through 100 should not be an issue because, again, we are low volume that we could easily tip the scales here. We could tip the scales. Market Cipher even showing us we have an increase in money flow. It is finally green for the first time since October. It's been a hot minute. We also have the momentum shooting. VWAP is pulling back a little bit. It can kind of explaining our lackluster price action today. We are basically the same as where we started. The day. RSI is having a major pump again. If it pulls back, I think that's a good thing. It's going to crash. Listen, we have a bearish scenario. We do. Of 74 to 77K. We're about 94 right now. Even though I don't know if we're going to go that low because a lot of people are saying we will. I just don't know. When everyone thinks one thing, I tend to think the opposite. However, Tom Lee is extremely bullish, saying that Bitcoin could see new highs. Taking a gander, he said on Monday that Bitcoin has not yet peaked and could reach new all-time highs as soon as this month, doubling down on a bullish crypto and equity look during a Squawk Box appearance on CNBC. He said, I don't think Bitcoin has peaked yet. We were overly optimistic about achieving the high water mark before December, but I do believe that Bitcoin can hit a new all-time high by the end of January. So we should not assume that the prices of Bitcoin, ETH, or other crypto have already peaked. Do you think we will hit new all-time highs this month? Put a 1 or a yes emoji, 2 or no emoji. Will Bitcoin hit all-time highs this month? Let me know. Say good morning to each other. Spread some love in this chat, for crying out loud. Tom Lee's Bitmine also added to their ETH stack. And mind you, they already own about 2% of the supply. They probably are going to, I think they're aiming for 5 if I have this correct. They added 33, yes, 33,000 ETH to their stack. This is ridiculous. 33,000 ETH. Tom Lee, bro. Tom Lee. Bitmine Immersion Technologies has announced that it now holds more than 4.14 million ETH. 4.14 million ETH. I'm saying that again because it's astonishing. Approximately 3.43% of the total supply. Again, the last time we checked in, they had about 2%. Now 3.43% of ETH supply, and they accumulate tokens in an effort to reach, again, their 5% target. Their crypto and cash holdings, because it's the same that Strategy does too. Strategy, even if we look at Saylor's tweet from yesterday, they did buy Bitcoin, but they also added to their cash holdings. So all of that is $14.2 billion, including $915 million in cash, 192 Bitcoin, and a $25 million stake in 8Co Holdings, according to their press release. Now, this is led by Tom Lee. Bitmine added nearly 33,000 ETH to their treasury over the past week. Lee has predicted that the price of ETH will go as high as $250K if Bitcoin eventually reaches $1 million. Imagine seeing $250,000 ETH. If you believe we will ever see 250,000 ETH, put a 1 or an ETH emoji or 2 and an emoji. Will we ever see 250,000 ETH? Again, there's no cap supply on ETH. Wow. You know, I haven't even thought of ETH going that high. Is that a little bearish of me? Like, I could picture 10,000. I could even picture 50,000 if things really went bananas. I could picture it. It's here in my brain. However, I've never pictured $250,000 ETH. I think if Bitcoin goes to $1 million, which it absolutely will, in my opinion, Bitcoin will go to $1 million. I don't know. What can I actually picture being 1/4 the price of Bitcoin? Litecoin. Litecoin is the only one that I could really picture being that. Just because, again, the supply, it's a 4-to-1 ratio. There's 84 million Litecoin, 21 million Bitcoin. That's the only thing that I could see a price ratio of that sort. I don't know. I could picture it for ETH, not for ETH. I could picture it for Litecoin. I don't know about ETH though. I don't know. I feel like a little wacky. I feel a little wacky saying that. But also, could it be true? I think it could. I don't know. You know what? No, nothing is impossible in this world. Nothing. I just haven't thought about it. It's just really making my brain turn. Guys, just so you know, I recommend, instead of putting like regular sugar in your coffee, get some cinnamon honey. This is so good. Anyways, we have breaking news headlines. We're going to do breaking news headlines. That's a thing on this podcast. And we're going to, of course, start internationally. We have some interesting news, may I say. Let's do it. Let's start off in Japan, shall we? As the yen is, oh boy, it's getting obliterated. They're not happy over there in Japan. I met some Japanese people in Abu Dhabi. They're not happy about the yen. I was like, you should have a Bitcoin treasury. He's like, you know what? Probably. Yes, sir. Yeah. Very nice man, by the way. Japan's finance minister, going back to like the gov and whatever goes on in Japan, she said she supports crypto trading at the stock exchanges. Again, this is something that's so darn obvious. We knew this was going to come. We knew this is going to happen. Of course, it's probably going to happen elsewhere before it happens in the US because we're a little slow. At least we have our ETFs. Anyway. Japan's finance minister, Satsuki Katayama, says she fully supports the integration of crypto trading services by the country's stock exchanges as she touted 2026 as the digital year. Go off, queen. According to a report by Japanese crypto news site CoinPost, she emphasized that regulated venues will play a central role in expanding crypto adoption at a ceremony in Tokyo on January 5th to mark the first stock market trading session of the year. For the public to enjoy the benefits of digital assets and blockchain-type assets, the role of securities and commodities exchanges is important, she said. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on within exchanges, payment services, or securities laws. Like, things aren't exactly the most clear over there, but she pointed to how the crypto investment products have gained traction within the U.S., and she said in the U.S., through ETFs, they have spread as a means of hedging against inflation, and similar efforts are expected in Japan, signaling openness to more mainstream crypto investment vehicles. So, that's a big move. That's a big move for Japan. Boy, oh boy, does Japan need Bitcoin. I'll say that right now, whether it's an ETF or straight up Bitcoin trading. Holy wow, they need it. The yen is suffering. And if they want to boost, if any country wants to boost their economy and their financial well-being and their financial stature within the world, if you want to be an economic powerhouse, you stack Bitcoin as a country. Period. And speaking of countries that may have been stacking Bitcoin, woo, mystery. Apparently, Venezuela has 600,000 Bitcoin. Donnie T has captured their president. He was in a Nike Tech, just like most of New York. He's getting indicted with his wifey. Apparently, he pled not guilty. Not surprising. Though, apparently, they have 600,000 Bitcoin. Just like how Donnie T took their oil. He took the boats. He took their darn president and his wifey just for shishes and giggles. Will we take their Bitcoin too? Honestly, that's probably where our Bitcoin reserve is going to come from, is Venezuela. Now, the U.S. capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has renewed questions over whether Venezuela holds an undisclosed Bitcoin reserve, which analysts says remains unproven. Ooh, mystery. I'm sorry, I'm trolling a little bit. I'm trolling today. On Saturday, investigative journalist Bradley Hope outlined a theory that Venezuela may be holding a hidden Bitcoin reserve worth up to $60 billion, claiming that its government has been converting gold into crypto over several years, which would be like the most wild thing in the world if like this country, out of all the radical stupid things that they've done as part of like, you know, their government, because obviously the people hated them, They were stacking Bitcoin. Like, that's the most shocking thing to me. They had the like smarts to go and do that. Now, Hope said in a co-authored report, sources describe a Swiss lawyer who controls wallet access. So let's put a picture. Hold on for a minute. Let's go ahead and paint a picture for ourselves here. Let's paint a little picture. Let's become what's his name? Not Bob Ross. Bob Ross. Let's become Bob Ross. Let's paint a darn picture here. So we have Venezuela, who was not doing well things with substances and humans and not being nice to quite a lot of people and doing things that are quite illegal. They go in, they're like, you know what? We're gonna go and put our gold into Bitcoin, because that's a smart move. That's like the one smart thing they did. But then they said, as a government, no, we're smart enough to say we need Bitcoin, but we're not smart enough to self-custody our own Bitcoin. So they got a Swiss lawyer, someone that's not Venezuelan, to hold the keys to the wallet. Why is that? Is it because maybe they were stealing the money and they're like, oh, we're just going to put it in Bitcoin and like have this like Swiss dude hold it so that way like no one can touch it? I think this is quite sus. I don't know this. That doesn't make sense. Oh yes, I'm a government. I'm going to convert my gold to Bitcoin and then give that wallet to a Swiss lawyer. That is, wow, mind-blowing. People are mind-blowing. I would probably lose my mind just a little bit. What? Okay. Anyways, and yeah, I don't really get this one. But a lot of people were saying, it was even on CNBC yesterday. Everyone was like, oh my word, we might have that Bitcoin get seized. Take a look at this clip. I'm going to play it. This is just like beyond my belief. Like wow. Okay.
So there is a second order crypto effect here where since for going back a decade now, my reporting was back in 2017, because of spiraling inflation of the Bolivar, a lot of people had turned to cryptocurrencies, mining Ethereum and Bitcoin in their homes in order to just have a stable source of cash. But the other side of this is the fact that there are multiple reports that the government itself has been looking to evade sanctions by doing sales of oil in Tether, which they then move into Bitcoin. And so much of this market moves on sentiment. So even the promise that perhaps the U.S. government, when they came in, might seize these assets, hold on to it, that's a bull case for Bitcoin if you have a stockpile such as that that isn't being liquidated.
All right, very interesting stuff. Very quickly, because we got to go. Is it a tailwind for just Bitcoin or also Ethereum, Solana, and some of these other coins?
It's a rising tide lifts all ships. In fact, XRP has had outsized performance. And when you see one altcoin do particularly well, it really is one of these signs of a risk-on environment.
All right, Mackenzie Sagalos, great to see you as always. Thank you very much.
You know what? She kind of slayed that one. Gotta say. She kind of did good. Good on CNBC. That wasn't bad. Yeah, everyone's. I love the comments. Where are the keys? The keys are probably with some Swiss dude. Like, wait, hold on. Oh, you couldn't hear the video. You got to go to YouTube. YouTube has the videos. TikTok, I can't stream any of that. Oh my gosh. See, that is absolutely hysterical. I don't know. I get such a kick out of these things. Though, I feel like Donnie T, like, if there's money somewhere, he's going to want it. So, I don't know. We'll see. CK, nice to see you. CK Cardano's a cool dude. He's in our little X chat over there. And reminder to everyone that's not on YouTube right now, bless your hearts, but please go to YouTube and subscribe. We have 24,754 subscribers, which means we're about 246 away from getting our beautiful darn 25,000 subscriber milestone. And if you guys are on TikTok, if you're on Rumble, if you're on X, if you're on any other platform, please go to YouTube, like the stream, and give us a little subby so that way we can hit our goals and be happy campers. I do have a goal of doing this within a month. February 16th is my birthday. It is January 6th. And for my birthday, I would really love 25,000 subscribers. It would make my heart very warm and fluffy. So please, let's get it. All right, continuing. Off of Venezuela, some bearish news for the NFT community. NFT Paris has canceled their event. I don't know if you guys were planning on going, but I heard Paris is a little risque for crypto people nowadays. So you know what? Maybe this isn't the worst thing in the world. We've had a few kidnappings in the past year, one of which, I don't know if you guys remember, one of my TikToks went viral and it hit like over 1 million views because they thought I was the crypto daughter that got kidnapped in Paris, or almost got kidnapped. She didn't actually get kidnapped. Her husband saved her or whatever. But people thought I got kidnapped. It wasn't me. Thanks for your concern. However, what I'm trying to get at is that Paris isn't exactly the safest place for anybody in blockchain. The organizers behind NFT and RWA conferences in Paris have canceled with the events within a month's notice, which is wild work. They said that NFT Paris and RWA Paris, initially set for February, would not be happening as scheduled. Although the organizers did not explicitly say events would not take place in the future, the message to attendees signaled that they are closing this chapter on conferences. The post read, "The market collapse hit us hard. Despite drastic cost cuts and months of trying to make it work, we couldn't pull it off this year." Some of the event sponsors reported that they would not be receiving a refund, but NFT Paris said it would refund all the tickets purchased within 15 days. Cointelegraph reached out to organizers for details on potential future events, but they have not received a response. So, wow. Just absolutely wow. I feel very bad for the NFT folk. I really love NFTs. I was one of the first creators to mint NFTs, and it's just sad to see where it went. It went like, all these, platforms, they were originally for the creators. They were like for folk like me, just starting out, wanting to put some art out there, build a community. And then they went corpo and they were like, oh no, we gotta get into all these art auctions and only have things for $1 million. And we're only gonna promote pieces from reputable art. No. Why wasn't it about community the whole time? And if it was about community the whole time and the idolization of money and the greed did not come in, wow, NFTs would be like $1 billion plus industry right now. But it's because people tried to get greedy and they tried to go for the cha-chings over just supporting one another, which would eventually bring the cha-chings. Let the money flow. But people just got so darn greedy. But RWAs are still like a thing, which is a glorified NFT. And listen, tokenization is still happening. NFTs were the kickoff of tokenization. NFTs will have a comeback. Probably going to look different, but they will have a comeback. It almost makes me want to get spicy in life. And I don't know how you feel about this, y'all, but should I start? Oh my gosh, I have, sorry. Do you think I should start minting NFTs again? Wow, sorry, 1 second. Do you think I should start minting NFTs again? Let's get spicy with it. Let's get spicy. I think that'll be great. Let's get spicy. Let's get spicy. We're gonna mint NFTs. We also have the SEC. Oh yes, Ian knew. Thanks, Ian. Ian notices everything. A few Republicans have determined or will determine the SEC's destiny over here. Donnie T's campaign to cut Dems out of U.S. regulatory work has set up an unusual situation in the agencies that will have most say over everything, which is going to be the SEC and the CFTC. And I'm very upset about what's going on because we lost Caroline Pham from the CFTC. I thought she was darn fantastic. She is very beautiful. We love her. We love Caroline Pham. But we do see the only Dem in the SEC, Caroline Crenshaw, leaving. She often cautioned the agency about its shift toward crypto and embracing it, of course, because the last SEC was all about, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I can't believe that crypto exists and you're all
hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi scheme.
Did I just hear Gary Gensler?
Oh my God!
Bruh.
Ugh, I can't believe it. Wow, we have some unhinged comments on TikTok. Can we get some moderation over there on the TikToks? I gotta be from New York. Yes, I'm from Brooklyn. Thank you. Thank you. Institutions, Morgan Stanley wants to get into the Bitcoin ETF market. Of course they do, because why? There's money. There's money involved. There's money. That's it. That's quite it. Now, Morgan Stanley has filed a registration statement with the SEC, positioning itself to launch their own spot Bitcoin ETF, according to an S1 submission on January 6th. Now, the product, called the Morgan Stanley Bitcoin Trust, is structured as an exchange-traded fund designed to track the price of Bitcoin, net of fees and expenses if approved. The fund shares are expected to list on a national securities exchange under a ticker symbol that has not yet been disclosed, which means what they're going to do at Morgan Stanley is say, here's our beautiful Morgan Stanley Bitcoin Trust. Look at us. We're so cute and fluffy with our Bitcoin Trust. And you know what you're going to do? Buy it. And it's going to be the only one we recommend to our clients. And then they make all the money. Wow. They got to max out their clientele because they know they can make the money off their clients instead of just telling their clients, hey, go ahead and go to BlackRock, go to Grayscale, go to everyone else and their mother but us. They're like, no. We need that bank too. They need that bank. Goldman Sachs is seeing that maybe the wave of adoption is going to come from institutions, which I feel like we kind of already halfway there. Regulation, he said, is going to be driven by the institutions. Wall Street giant Goldman Sachs is improving regulation and emergence of crypto use cases beyond trading are underpinning a constructive outlook for the industry, particularly for infrastructure companies that support the ecosystem without being as exposed to market cycles. Regulatory uncertainty remains the barrier for institutions, and that backdrop is shifting rapidly, of course, because what are we doing right now? Putting out legislation so we could green light all the institutions to do whatever they were doing before. Duh! They're gonna do what they were doing anyway, but now they're just, it's okay. Now it's just, unicorns and rainbows. This is nothing different. But Goldman Sachs is like, okay, we're gonna do regulation, but it's obviously gonna be for us and not you. I really hope that doesn't happen. I hope that through this regulatory period, as legislation is getting passed, that we go ahead and we represent the people. Self-custody, CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act. That needs to get passed ASAP. Empower the people, not the institutions. So are they going to dominate crypto? Listen, it's a permissionless market, right? So like, who are we to give permission to anybody? You know what I'm saying, Ice Dom on TikTok? But you know, like, it's just going to be the way it is. Of course, they're going to want to get a piece of the pie. Of course, they're going to keep on coming in the space. They're going to go ahead and like buy whatever they could, make whatever they could to steal market share. That's what they do. My friend over on TikTok, how are you doing? I saw you at Binance Blockchain Week. Well, I'm doing splendid. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. I appreciate you. Sup. What up? Let's get what do we got? What time? Oh, I'm doing so good on time today. I'm doing so good. Tomorrow is Wednesday, by the way. And now that I have y'all here and you're listening to me, not that you weren't before, hopefully you are. Well, we are going to be delaying the show until 10 or 10:15 tomorrow. I have a big girl meeting with someone pretty important, and the meeting's at 9:30, which is, you know, call me radical, it's a stretch, but you know, you got to do what you got to do when people are in different time zones, you feel. So tomorrow morning at 9:30 I have a meeting. I'm hoping to get it done by 10. If not, 10:15 we're going to go live. I will set the stream for 10 a.m. But if it's delayed, just hang around. 10:15 is the goal to be on. So I'm just letting you guys know. 10:15 a.m. Eastern, which is basically the time that it is at this moment. We're going to go into our spotlight, which is the fact that the U.S. national debt is at an all-time high. Oh boy, how bad has it gone? Let's see. Oh, you guys are back. Oh shoot, you're back. I was just trying to reach a level of peace that distracts me from how bad our national debt is. You know what the new record high of our national debt is? Is anybody curious? Well, I'll tell you, it's $38.5 trillion. Not million, not billion, trillion. 38.5 trillion US dollars is how high our debt is. And you know how funny it is. The debt clock is going to run out of space in New York. That's also something that's happening. In addition, there's just money printers that continue to print money. And I don't know about any of you, but I don't really like to subscribe to propaganda such as that. And I don't enjoy that there's a money printer that continues to print and make the money I'm earning worthless. And that there are people for generations and generations that have worked their entire lives to accumulate something called the dollar. And then when they get this dollar, they're like, wow, this is so great. But over time, they just print more of the dollar. So that way the value of your dollar goes down. So you have to work harder to live the same lifestyle that you were previously living, up until that lifestyle becomes just unachievable because of how bad inflation has gotten. And you can see it within my generation that even the whole dream of buying an American home or buying a home in America is dead. The American dream is almost dead. There's like a sliver of hope. The only hope is Bitcoin. Again, there's a finite supply of 21 million to ever exist. I want to park my money in an asset or have money itself, because Bitcoin is money, that respects my time and energy. I work my whole life to accumulate money. I want money that respects that time that I put in, that hard work that I put in, the energy I put in. Bitcoin respects energy quite literally, because Bitcoin is basically verifiable energy. Energy that powers computers that mine Bitcoin. Thus, those computers or those miners get rewarded with Bitcoin that can send peer-to-peer throughout the world and without censorship, without any resistance. And you could be your own bank. That's the propaganda I subscribe to. I subscribe to freedom. I don't subscribe to this negative propaganda of like, oh, work your whole life for money, park it in the bank in an account that doesn't earn interest, and let's just keep printing it away so that way you have to work even harder and you can't buy a home. And how are you going to raise kids? Everyone's like, oh my gosh, the birth rate in America is on the floor. Why is that? Because everyone is depressed because they have to work 3 jobs and they can't go out for a freaking mocktail on Friday nights, because a mocktail with just juice and a lemon on top is $20. You go get a sushi roll, darn it, it's $20. For a tiny little piece of sushi, it's $20. You want to explain that to me? You want to explain it to me? You can't. You can't. Oh, wait, you can. Because the national debt is at $38.5 trillion. Did we also forget, real quick, did we also forget that Elon Musk confirmed through Doge that there are literal money printers, like literal magic money computers? Like, they say Bitcoin's magic internet money. Meanwhile, all of it's verifiable. Everything is on the blockchain. Every single thing is on the blockchain. Every Satoshi is accounted for. Yet You could go to Capitol Hill, go on Magic Money computer, blah, 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 millions of dollars, send wherever. Also, the Pentagon, also all these other parts of government fail to pass their audits for multiple years in a row, just by accident losing millions and billions of dollars. Meanwhile, if I'm transacting $500.69 on PayPal or Venmo, oh, should we get a 1099 for that? Should we get a 1099? Oh, but the government can have privacy, but I can't. You gotta know when I go to Dunkin' Donuts and I have a cheat day and I buy 3 donuts instead of 1. You gotta know that, don't you? You gotta know that, don't you? Oh, but I don't need to know where your money's going. No, no, no.
Oh, yeah.
I think I chose violence today. I think I chose violence. You know what I also found very savage? When El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, came to the U.S. before Donnie T got elected. He was like at one of those Republican gatherings. And he was like, it's so funny how everyone's paying taxes. Meanwhile, you could just print more money. So what's the point of paying taxes? Oh, what a mind-blowing thought. What a mind-blowing thought he had there. Freaking Nayib Bukele, what a savage he is. What a savage. What are we paying taxes for when they could just print more money? Just because you need a piece of my pie. Because if I was able to keep the money I paid in taxes last year, woo-wee! That would have paid for a good portion. That would have paid for a good amount of a Bitcoin. It would have paid for maybe some nails. Would have covered my rent for a very long time. I would have, woof. Boom, bow, chicka, wow, wow. I don't even know what to say about that. It's just mind-blowing to me how we live in like this fallacy. We live in this box that they tell us, you go to school, you go to work, you make dollars, and you know what? We're just gonna devalue your dollars, so you have to work harder. Meanwhile, the rich get richer. What a fantastic game. And then everybody doesn't even like care. They're like da-da-da-da-da, walking around the streets. They don't know what money is. They don't know what it means to print money. They don't know what inflation means. Like, they are just misguided. They are blind. They are in a bubble. And then it only takes to when that bubble goes pop. Oh my gosh, wait. There's bad immigration policies. Oh my gosh, wait, these people aren't from my country, but they're in my neighborhood knocking on my door trying to break into my house. Yes, that's happened to me. It takes for people to say, wow, I'm going to buy a burger, and a burger that is like this big and the bun is thicker than the actual patty. Oh my word, I should be paying $30 for that. Well, son, daughters in the spirit. What are we doing here? What are we doing? I don't understand how people go ahead and live life without knowing what's going on here. I just don't get it. And then the people that are so complacent that they're not willing to do anything about it. And you don't even have to, you don't gotta throw hands, you know what I mean? You don't gotta like throw the fisticuffs. You don't gotta even throw a cuss word out there, because we don't do that on this channel. You don't have to get angry. How do you go and fight the good fight? With being a peaceful, loving individual. You go to an exchange, a digital exchange, and you opt out by saying, I am swapping my dollars for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the real appreciative asset. This is the asset. This is the money that I can hold, that no one can take, that no one can control, and that no one can just print away to infinity. Bless up. I don't know. You don't got to do anything. There's no weapons to defend Bitcoin. Go ahead and just do it, and take self-custody while you're at it. Don't leave it on an exchange, because exchanges are not banks. Put it away. Cake wallet. Bam, bam. Go ahead and do it. That was our spotlight. That's what was really bothering my soul as of this morning. We're going into coins to watch. Let's do it. Gainers, losers, and the things in between. We have gainers starting off leading the way. Sui up that 17.6%. Render up 17.5%. IOTA up that 12.2%. Maple or syrup up 12.8%. XRP up 11% today. XRP is flying. Losers include Knight down 7.5%. Bitcoin Cash is down about 2%. XDC is down 1.29%. Filecoin down about 0.5%. And MYX down 0.65%. Also, let's look at Ethereum, and look at this. Look at what's happening. We're approaching our beautiful $3,300. 3,329 is really what we're aiming for, and we're just so close to it. We're like 40 bucks away. $3,297 at the moment. We are up 2.25%. Ethereum is doing absolutely fantastic. I would love to see Ethereum come back down to that 3K before launching, but if we again are able to hold support at 3,300 and boom, we could go right to that golden zone. Right to that golden zone of 4,200. If we hold, we have a nice influx of volume. Guys, this volume is darn low. Even Market Cipher is showing that we have low volume, but it is increasing at a rapid pace. We are now green. We are looking good. Also, momentum is shooting. VWAP is a little slow. She's lagging. She'll get there eventually. Look at this RSI. It is almost overbought, which tells me again, be a little cautious because once it hits that overbought, the likelihood of an incoming downtrend increases. So just keep calm, hodl on, have your bullish and bearish case scenario. We just hit $3,300 ETH. Oh yeah. Wow. That is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. I love to see it. Look at ETH go. Let's look at Litecoin because Litecoin, it's the right coin. Everybody loves Litecoin. Put Litecoin emojis in the chat. Let me see the ETHs in the chat. Let me see the Donnie T's in the chat. Let me see all of them. Let me see all of these things. I think I saw Uncle Billy in here before. Nice to see you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Driftman, Lucification. I think that's your name. What was it? Yes, I think I got it right. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for coming here. Please smash the like, subscribe, and share. We are at $84.27 Litecoin. We are up about 1%. We want to push that $87 bearish is at 74. Also, taking a gander here, we have a momentum with a green dot printed, soaring, flying, looking good. Also, money flow is still in the red, which I'm very surprised about. VWAP sliding down just a little bit. Also, the RSI is mid-bull. I think we're in a fantastic place RSI-wise for Litecoin. I would like to see a push to $90. $90. 90. Oh, Lifecation? Lifecation, is that it? Lifecation? Oh, okay. I misread it. See, the thing is like all my fonts are like so small and like I can't see it. So my bad. I misread it. Lifecation. Lifecation. Are you breathing life into us right now? Lifecation. Okay, word. Noodle Lost is in the chat. Noodle. I have some conspiracies about you, Noodle. Conspiracies. Warpaint, good morning. Hi, everybody. You know, you guys are so splendid. I know I kind of chose violence this morning. I went a little bananas today. Shamelessly, though. You know, life happens. You know, we all get caught in a honey bunch every once in a while. And hopefully it's sweet. Maybe Noodle is Golden's alt. I don't know. See, part of me thought that at the beginning, but now I don't. Guys, who is Noodle? Who is Noodle? Let's write conspiracies in the chat. I know exactly who it is now. I think I know exactly who it is, but I can't say because my cause trouble. I don't know. But yeah, I have conspiracies. Anyway, we're not gonna dwell on Mr. Noodle. See, I know it's a guy too. Like I know it's Mr. Noodle. And I know who Mr. Noodle is. I'm like 85% sure. 85% sure. We'll see. I think it's like 85% someone else, 15% Golden. That's where I'm at. Stay you, LOL. Best people in life have an edge. Oh, thank you, Lifecation. Thank you. Mystery Noodle. Oh, word. I know exactly who this is. Never mind. Okay. Also, am I crypto's Harley Quinn? I don't think I'm unhinged enough to be Harley Quinn. Even though, like, I feel like I could get there. I don't know if you guys would want that, though. Anyway, we do have my education series. I've always done education series. If you guys go on my YouTube channel, I'm going to it right now so you guys could take a gander with me. If you guys, oh my gosh. If you guys go ahead and take a gander at my YouTube channel, you see the Randi Hipper show where I do a lot of interviews. We have the Daily Zest, which we are live right now. Look at us, we're so cool. And then also 1 to 2 minute intro to crypto videos. Yesterday, I put out another one. A few days ago, I put out this one. I am dedicating myself this year to educational content. I don't care how ridiculous it sounds. I don't care how stupid it sounds. It is for the masses. It is for the masses. I am so dedicated to this, it's not even funny. And so I want you guys to go ahead and support this. Like, pretty please go and support this video because it means a lot to me when you guys do that. Because a lot of people are like only watching things that are concerned with hype or like how much money you can make right now. And I'm just trying to show people what it's like to just get into crypto. What do you need to know? So please go ahead and smash the like on this video. If you want to share it out on X, go ahead and share it out on X and bookmark these videos, guys, on every platform. I posting on Instagram as well. I posting it on TikTok. Am I Crypto Wendy-O? I am not Crypto Wendy-O. I do love her though. She's like basically my big sis. I love Wendy. She's like Wendy is like my aunt, my mom, and my sister in one. I would say that. Wendy and I are pretty close and I love her a lot. Please, everyone, go follow Wendy if you haven't already. She's a queen. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this video. What else do you guys want to see? Go into Discord and let me know as well. Please put the link in the Discord in the chat, moddies, please. And check out this video. Let me know what you think. If you're on TikTok, you can go watch this video yourself. But if you want to be a part of the stream, go to YouTube. 2026, you're new to Bitcoin and you need some survival tips. And that's why I'm welcoming you to Bitcoin Bits, and let's get started. First, you need to understand what Bitcoin is. Once you understand the premise of Bitcoin, how the blockchain works, then you can start going into those other assets. You understand Bitcoin, you're ready to buy, and you're not comfortable with looking at charts. That's okay. So what you're going to do is DCA, dollar cost average, which simply means that you're going to go on an exchange and say you're going to buy $20 of Bitcoin every Friday as an example. You could set any amount for daily, weekly, monthly, whatever aligns with your schedule or your finances. Get a wallet, download a wallet so that way you could transfer your Bitcoin and crypto there and you keep it safe. Just like how you have a physical wallet in your pocket, you're gonna have a digital wallet or an app on your phone. Do not click links that you do not know. And that goes for the same on regular internet or social media where you might see an ad that's a scam. You end up buying it and they steal your identity. The same thing can happen with Bitcoin and crypto, where someone can go and create a fake link, you click on it, you sign a signature with your wallet, and then they have access to your finances. You do not want that. Only go to the places and the websites that you have the domain to and you verify it. Second major thing you need to do when verifying things is when you send Bitcoin to somebody else, just like how even on PayPal or Venmo, you're gonna ask your friend for their QR code or ask them to spell it out, and you're always going to double check that username. The same applies to sending Bitcoin to someone else. When you have a username or an address in your wallet, always double check that address before sending because you cannot reverse it. Lastly, do not give into the hype. Just like how you wouldn't invest more than you can afford to lose in anything else, same applies to Bitcoin. So if you have a plan or a strategy in place, which I recommend you do, for example, if Bitcoin dips to 50,000 and you say, okay, if Bitcoin hits 50,000, I'm gonna buy, stick to it. If you have a plan that Bitcoin hits $300,000 and you're gonna sell, stick to your plan and do not FOMO. If this was helpful for you, please smash the like, subscribe, comment your thoughts and other tips down below. Let me know if I should do more videos like this. Share this out with friends because people need to know that. How did we feel? On a scale of 1 to 10, how did you feel about that video? Dave, good morning. Also, guys, please smash the like, subscribe, and share. Smash the like, please. We need 15 more here. Please smash the like here on YouTube. But again, we are getting some subscribers throughout the show. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You're a proud newbie, Peace. You're a proud newbie. You've given some good comments, too. You've given some good comments. FOMO. I feel like, yeah, we could do like a whole vocab video again. I feel like those are good yearly. That's a good yearly video. Address poisoning, checking the entire address. Yeah, that's what I like kind of got into on this one, but I feel like people would get really scared. I don't know. I just like don't know how basic to go, but I feel like this is something that's needed. Am I right or am I wrong? Hannah said this is great. Thank you. Gary said good. 10 plus from Hannah. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, okay, so now you guys said it, so we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna keep doing them. I'll give today a break. We'll do a different type of short today. I'll figure it out. But I'm gonna plan more of those. We'll do some tutorials. We're gonna get after it. Like, I am dedicating this year to like educating the masses, like on a relentless level where everyone's just gonna get really sick of me just posting educational content, but we need it. We need the educational content. I talk to people on a daily basis that are like massively intimidated by this space, and we need to break it down and like be people that are just accessible. And so if you guys have not yet, join our Discord, because Black Hat activated a new channel in there for Bitcoin bits and everything educational. So oh, Gary said great, not good. All right, copy. Thank you. Appreciate that. But go into Discord, because we do have a dedicated channel for education. So if you're new, maybe finding it on YouTube and the playlist is too complicated, go into Discord, hang out with us there. There are multiple channels for education, any announcements, social media posts, the main Zesty chat, the stages for everyone to go and join. So tomorrow we will have a stage open, and we are going to go ahead and do a shorter show tomorrow, again, 10:15 to about 10:45. Go into the Discord, because I have another call at 11. I have a call right before, right after the show. So your girl is absolutely packed this week. I told you it's going to be a little bit of a wild one, but we are getting after it nonetheless. So with that, I thank you guys so much for being here. I have back-to-back meetings, and I won't be done I'm not leaving my desk until 5 p.m. today, guys. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Stay blessed. Have a beautiful day. Happy Tuesday. Grab a taco. Go into our Discord. Smash the like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys so much for being here. Happy Tuesday. And I will see you guys later. Bye.